A few questions online, and AdBuilder does the rest. Get started at iHeartAdBuilder.com.
Harmony with Food is sponsored by Bagel Boy and does not necessarily reflect the views of WHJJ or iHeartMedia.
News Radio 920 and 104.7 FM presents Harmony with Food with Meg O'Rourke. Meg is a registered dietitian and can help you get on the path to a healthier. Ask Meg a question. Call 1-866-920-WHJJ. Now, here's Meg O'Rourke.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Harmony with Food show. We are talking about proactive healthcare, how your conventional doctor may be just skimming the surface, and we want to dig deeper. We want to get you to have the strongest immune system that you can have. But we are also going to talk about something that happened to me the other day while I was watching TV, but more importantly, we're going to talk about the new book by God, I'm losing my mind, the Kennedy, and it's called The Real Fauci, Anthony Fauci. So the book cannot be found anywhere. I checked all the bookstores in Rhode Island yesterday. It was out on Amazon. Okay, you can get the audio version for $2.99 on Amazon right now. And we're going to talk about that book today and how Big Pharma and some of these people are going from billionaires to trillionaires, while yet we are seeing people suffer and suffer terribly, from death to not being able to have the food you need to anything else that you can think of when you think of suffering. So we are discussing that today. The number here is 866-920-9455. Again, the number here is 866-920-9455. And I'm going to head on over to the script that I got for that $2.99 right on Amazon on the book, and you can get that via Kindle. And so the Kennedy is actually saying, right, that things are not like what you think they are. We really need to dig deeper and find out what the heck is going on here with all these vaccines. The vaccine injury rate is very high. People are not talking about that. Again, the number here is 866-920-9455. And it's Robert Kennedy Jr. Sorry, guys, just had a brain fart. But anyway, the book, you can look it up, you can Google it. You might not be able to get your hands on it just yet, but I called a few bookstores and they said they should be there soon. So keep your eyes open. Go on over to Amazon, Kindle, what have you, and go ahead and order it for $2.99. It's going to be at $2.99. Again, the name of the book is The Real Anthony Fauci. Right? The Real Anthony Fauci. So we are looking at that now, and I'm going to just tell you a little bit about it. But we need to just realize that some of the things that are going on in this country and the world are actually very, they're on the news, they're not really telling us the truth. Okay? And we all know that. I mean, love them or hate them, Donald Trump came out and said that years ago that there was fake news, and now we're all starting to see how that is coming into fruition. So again, the number here is 866-920-9455, and we are talking about health, we are talking about nutrition, we're talking about Big Pharma, and we're talking about Big Ag. And we need to be our own healthcare advocates. We need to steer the ship. We need to be the CEO of our own body. And because you know what? The health insurance companies really don't give a crap about us. The conventional medicine is skimming the surface, and it's not that they're bad people. I mean, it's great to know you don't have cancer, correct? But how about going deeper and digging deeper and not just skimming the surface with your health? So we are talking about the book, The Real Anthony Fauci. You are listening to 920 AM, 104.7 FM, Boston, Providence, iHeart. And we are going to take your calls at 866-920-9455. And so what is going on? So the book is hard to get right now. It's very difficult to get. I'm scrolling to the front of it right now, the introduction. And I just want to say that I think you guys should all be getting the book. It is $2.99 right now on Kindle, Amazon, what have you. and it is worth your time. It is worth listening to if you want to buy the audio version, and then buy the hard copy when it's available. Again, the number here, 866-920-9455. If you've never heard of this show before, this is the Harmony with Food radio show. My name is Meg Marie O'Rourke. I'm leading nutritionist in Rhode Island, Southeastern Mass, and I'm here to change the way you think about food. I want to tell you, I'm gonna get off the book for a second and just tell you about something that happened to me this week. I was watching TV, and I was just kind of scrolling through, and the doctors was on, so I said, "Oh, let's hear what they're saying." Not that I was really looking for that show for some valid information. And of course, what came on was a gentleman who was saying that there's nothing wrong with microwaves, and that these computers and our phones do not cause cancer. Well, I'm live on Facebook now too, and I'm holding up the box here, and what it says is very, very small letters. I mean, I had to put on my birth control glasses just to get, to be able to read this, okay? That's how small the lettering is. I had to put on my reading glasses, which I also call my birth control glasses. It says, warning, cancer and reproductive harm. Go to www.p65warnings, warnings.ca.gov. Okay, so I'm going to repeat that so you guys can go do this too today, or when you get a chance. It says, warning, cancer and reproductive harm, www.p65warnings.ca.gov. And then underneath it says in very small writing, printed in China. So go to that website and you'll see all the chemicals, not only in our food, but in, these products that are causing cancer for people, the phones, the pads, the iPads, and everything else. So I want you guys to start waking up, realizing what is going on here, and we need to be our own healthcare advocates. We need to be the conduit over to getting healthier, because our conventional medicine it's just not cutting it. And we were all tested this, the past few years with COVID, right? People were walking around with weakened immune systems. And what happened was the people that were not taking very good care of their bodies, now some I'm sure were, but most, we know the obesity statistics with COVID. And here's the thing. A lot of people think, oh, well, because they're overweight, they have a hard time breathing, so they had a hard time getting off the vent, and that was probably why the obesity people did not do well. But I'm here to tell you that their immune systems were in the tank, okay? Their immune systems were so low from feeding themselves all that salt, preservatives, Roundup, glyphosate, and all those other chemicals that are in our food, the sugar, all those things that diminish our immune system. And we were all tested. And so we need to be ready. We need to be our own healthcare advocates. We need to go ahead and take good care of our bodies. And I'm going to teach you how to do that every Saturday from 11 to noon on iHeartRadio, 920 AM, 104.7 FM. We are talking about the book, the new book, The Real Anthony Fauci. We are talking about our health. We are talking about your relationship with food. And we are going to talk about anything you want to talk about too at 866 I'm having a bad day with numbers. 866-920-9455. And we have, all right, so we have someone calling in. It's okay. It's Tula from California. Hi, Tula. Can you hear us?
Hi, Meg.
Hey, how you doing today?
Hey, I am doing real good. I'm calling in here from Clubhouse Success Airlines, which I know, that you are familiar with.
Yep, I just started.
Clubhouse is talking.
You know what I'm going to do, Tula? I'm going to have you. We're going to go to a break in in a couple of seconds. So I'm going to ask if you could. Can you hold on and stay there till after the break, and then we'll start talking about the real Anthony Fauci, because you can do it a lot more eloquently than I can. I know that for sure from listening to you and joining Success Airlines on Clubhouse in the past 2 weeks, where I've learned so much, and I want my listeners to learn about it too. So if you can just hold on, and we're going to go to a break in about 30 seconds, and we are going to talk about the real Anthony Fauci by Robert Kennedy Jr. And we're going to have an expert on from Clubhouse, from Success Airlines, Too Legit, also known as Tula, and we will be right back.
The pandemic is forging important changes across health and science. On Breakthrough, a new series from the Prognosis podcast, we look at the medical mysteries and the opportunities COVID is leaving in its wake, from the new condition doctors are trying to understand and treat, to how mRNA technology promises to revolutionize the fight against diseases like cancer and multiple sclerosis. Listen to Prognosis Breakthrough on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Are you suffering from migraines, headaches, GI distress, rheumatoid arthritis, and so much more? You can get the help you need with my Do-It-Yourself, Your Diet Do-Over course 8-week program at your own pace. Stop guessing and determine exactly what foods you should or should not be consuming. With the Your Diet Do-Over Do-It-Yourself course, you have the ability to go at your own pace. I was going to charge $997 for this course. Phew, I know that sounds like a lot, but I put a lot into it. And the course has 8 modules and is going to help you get exactly where you need to be. So head on over and use the code RADIOMEG, Harmony with Food, Work with Meg tab. Use the code RADIOMEG to get 80% off the Your Diet Do-Over program, which will make you eligible for the Harmony Within membership.
I interrupt this program for a very special announcement. It's Green Friday. Green Friday for 3 days only at Route 6 Automall Kia in Swansea. It's Green Friday because you save a whole lot of green. Now through Monday, get 0% APR financing, 0% same as cash financing for 60 months, and you don't need perfect credit to get it. If you bring home $350 a week, you can get up to $25,000 in credit. And of course, it's a crime to pay more than a dime. Every vehicle, 1 dime down. Get Green Friday pricing on every new Kia, even the all-new 2022 Telluride with third-row seating, even certified pre-owned Kias. Get 0% financing for up to 60 months, 0%, and you don't need perfect credit to get it. Now through Monday at Route 6 Automall Kia in Swansea, Route6Automall.com, Route6Automall.com. New 2022 Nero EV, 41.2 dime down, $688 per month, 60 months at 0% APR, $1667 per thousand borrowed, plus tax tag and fees. Through Kia Motor Finance, qualified buyers ends 11/30/21.
There's confusion about how to protect yourself from COVID, but one thing is for sure. Whether or not you're vaccinated, you need an accurate thermometer. Contact your medical provider at the first sign of fever, the leading sign of COVID and the flu. Only the Exergen Temporal Scanner thermometer has been proven accurate in more than 100 clinical studies. Be vigilant and don't rely on non-contact thermometers. They have no scientific studies behind them and can miss the fever that might mean COVID. Learn more at Exergen.com.
Looking for the perfect gift? Get him a shirt from Untuck It. Now you can get up to 50% off with the Black Friday sale happening right now at Untuck It. Untuck It shirts are designed to be worn untucked. They're the easiest way to keep them looking sharp and feeling comfortable. You can't go wrong with our super soft flannels and wrinkle-free shirts, so don't miss it. Up to 50% off for a limited time only. Find the perfect gift for every guy in your list at Untuckit.com or 80+ Untuck It stores. Untuck It. Shirts designed to be worn untucked.
Now, back to Harmony with Food with Meg O'Rourke on News Radio 920 and 104.7 FM. Ask Meg a question at Harmony with Food on Facebook or call her now at 1-866-920-WHJJ.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Harmony with Food show. We are talking about the real Anthony Fauci by Robert Kennedy Jr. And we have Tula on the phone, also known as Too Legit. So Too Legit, Rocket, tell me what you think of the book and, just give me the best synopsis you can.
All right. Well, yeah, thanks for taking my call. It's really honored to be here, and we are, tuned in live and direct from Clubhouse, which is a talking
Awesome.
radio after.
We are sharing audiences.
What's that?
I said we are sharing audiences. So tell me, I want you to tell me.
There is an audience of almost 200 reached.
Excellent.
Yes. So basically, the real Anthony Fauci, we have been, utilizing this app as sort of a class and studying what a lot of the top doctors and scientists in the world have to say about COVID. And sadly, many of them have had their licenses revoked, been discredited, accused of spreading misinformation on the mainstream media, and this is just simply not a fact. And so I've been anticipating this book for months, and having it all together is just really fascinating. I mean, this is a book that a Kennedy wrote that is completely blackballed from the mainstream media. So again, on Clubhouse, the call-in radio app. Basically, we in the club called Success Airlines, that's where we're recording from live and direct today. Just wanted to share a little synopsis of the book because it is really, truly very well written. It is full of evidence and facts. And the title is The Real Anthony Fauci, and the subtitle is Bill Gates, Big Pharma, and the Global War on Democracy and Public Health. And I think your show is so outstanding. We've talked so much about health in our rooms and ways to maintain natural immunity that we all learned in grade school, how important natural immunity was to be healthy. Yet right now the systems here in the West, in the conventional system, the way that it's moved is more of addressing symptoms instead of the root causes of issues. So I love what you're doing, and I just got to say that.
Thanks.
So this book, basically, Kennedy just highlights all of these doctors, and I am extremely concerned that these doctors are not giving cuts, that the only doctors' faces that we're seeing out there are Fauci and Gates. It's just kind of concerning to me because I know science, and science is comprised of many different theories, the same way that practicing medicine is comprised of, many different ways to practice medicine. There's all different theories there. So to say that one way, this vaccine is the answer of all the world's problems is another grave concern to me. So what I was going to do, for this book, if you don't mind, Meg, I feel like just reading through the chapter titles is really informational. And I really want people to know that this book is out there on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Target, Walmart. It is the #1 Amazon book right now.
I'll just say, too legit, I'll just say, call before you go to the bookstores, because in Rhode Island and Mass, a lot of parts of Mass, the book was sold out, and I called several bookstores yesterday. But luckily, I did go ahead and order the $2.99 version on the Kindle, which you had recommended, so awesome. And yeah, sure, go for it. Go ahead, read, tell us what you know, and what you've learned.
Yeah, and Skyworth Publishing, I do have books on the way that we are, giving away in the club. It is a very highly desired book, and you're absolutely right. It's sold out everywhere, so the publisher is making more copies, people. But definitely get on the list to get your copies, because this is a very important book with what is happening right now with this COVID worldwide situation that got rolled out. And, I just do want to say before I read the chapter titles that in May there was a lawsuit filed against the World Health Organization, the CDC, the FDA, the NIH, and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. About 10,000 doctors, lawyers, and scientists each. And yet, in spite of that lawsuit for crimes against humanity in violation of the Nuremberg Code, those organizations went ahead and implemented all of this at warp speed, which is very concerning to me for humanity. So here are the chapters. Chapter 1A, B, C, D, E, and F are called Mismanaging the Pandemic. Chapter 2 is called Pharma Profits Over Public Health. Chapter 3, CH. Yes? I'm on the radio show, Kansas. Did you want to say something?
I think you just go ahead, Tula.
So chapter 3, the HIV pandemic template for pharma profiteering. Chapter 4A, the pandemic template, AIF and AZT. Chapter 4B, the pandemic template, AIF and AZT. Chapter 4B, the pandemic template, AIF and AZT. Chapter 5A and B, the HIV heresies. Chapter 6A and B, burning the HIV heretic. Chapter 7, Dr. Fauci, Mr. Hyde, NIAID, barbaric and illegal experiments on children. Chapter 8A, White Mischief, Dr. Fauci's African atrocities. Chapter 8B is the same as 8A. Chapter 9A and Chapter 9, A, B, and C is the white man's burden. Chapter 10A is more harm than good. Chapter 11, hyping phony epidemic, crying wolf. And the thing about this is in the dedication and acknowledgement, some of these top doctors and scientists that I referenced earlier in that lawsuit are acknowledged in there for their bravery and ethics in the medical profession. And I just feel like this book really needs to be in the hands of, every American and really honestly as a citizen, because it is so enlightening on what is going on here with this pandemic and with Fauci and Gates' vaccine agenda. So with that, the book is extremely outstanding, and I encourage people to get it. I also encourage people, anybody on Clubhouse, to roll through Success Airlines, where we have conscious, real conversations every day about things like this. And so I hope that helps, Meg.
Yeah, totally. That's awesome. So a caller just called in, and this is why what we're talking about here is exactly what I'm talking about as far as the cell phones and the pads and the information that they're giving us on television that is incorrect and false. For example, I'm on Facebook Live right now on Harmony with Food, and someone called in and said, could you please repeat that website? The website is, so it says, warning, cancer and reproductive harm. This is on the box for our cell phones, www.p65warnings.ca.gov. So I'll repeat that, www.p65warnings.ca.gov. Go over there and you can find out about all the chemicals in our food, why cell phones are cancer causing, and we can talk about all of this stuff too, how it relates to the book, because they're lying to us, they're insulting our intelligence, and this is why I congregate with people like Success Airlines and Tula, or better known as Too Legit, which I love. So we're heading on over to a break in a couple of minutes. And so, Tula, do you want to stay on, or do you want me to take some other calls that are calling in?
I mean, I can, it's up to you, Meg.
Yeah. Why don't you stay? I'm going to take a caller because she's been waiting after the break. I'm going to take a caller, Yori. And she's also from Success Airlines, so I would like to hear what she has to say because she's very intelligent. She's really good with math, something I suck at. So I'd love to hear her spew off her statistics, and then we'll have you come back on in if you could just stay on hold, Tula, and we'll dive deeper into this book, guys. We need to wake up. The media is lying to us. We are being misinformed. We are being brainwashed. Your kids are begging for food that looks like it's colors of turquoise and purple, and it has all kinds of chemicals and additives in it. Don't fall for it. If Big Pharma wins, you lose. And we are trying to fight this. We're going to dig deeper into the new book, The Real Anthony Fauci, written by Robert Kennedy Jr., who is an activist, who is an attorney, who is going to help you realize that some of the stuff you're seeing on TV may not be what it looks like, and we need to stop letting them insult our intelligence, because I know all my listeners are intelligent, just like you, Tula. You're very smart, very educated woman who can really give us some insight, and I'm so blessed to have you on the show today. But you can also go over to Success Airlines, where they're also spreading the word. If you're not on the Clubhouse app and you need help, just let me know. Email me, meg@harmonywithfood.com. We'll get you on the app. We'll get you on Success Airlines. I'm telling you guys, this is better than any other app I've ever used. The connections you can make with wonderful people like Tula. Hey, we're heading to a break, and we'll be right back. Hi, I'm leading nutritionist Meg Marie O'Rourke and owner of Harmony with Food. Harmony with Food introduces Bio-Unique Boutique because you are unique. Personal nutrition is based on the concept of one size does not fit all. Differences in genetics, health history, lifestyle, nutrient intake, biochemistry, metabolism, and our microbiomes contribute to individualized differences observed in our unique response to therapeutic diets and nutrition status, timing of eating, stress responses, and chemicals in our food and household products. This means that our genomes, biochemistry, metabolism, microbiome are all different. The principles of the Bio-Unique Boutique involve understanding of chronic diseases, individual biochemistry, and how food is metabolized differently for every one of us. Check out the Bio-Unique Boutique at harmonywithfood.com.
One of the smartest things you can do as a homeowner is have quality gutters on your house to protect from water damage and costly home repairs. Gutter Source of New England has the gutters you need. If you have gutters already, take advantage of their current special. Their experts will clean, seal, reinforce, and unclog your entire gutter system for only $249. For a limited time, their superior workmanship and customer service will leave you smiling. Visit online today at guttersourceofnewengland.com. That's guttersourceofnewengland.com.
This is Liz.
Oh, hi, Mom.
She just stepped up to care for her mom, and she has questions. Lots of questions. Liz, meet CareWell. It's your shop for caregiving and medical supplies. Get brands like Depends, Ensure, and Tranquility delivered at prices you'll love from 24/7 care specialists trained to take your questions, and super fast shipping. Caregiving isn't easy, but you don't have to do it alone. Visit carewell.com/radio for $10 off. That's carewell.com/radio. Terms apply.
Are you on tons of supplements? Did you know that supplements on the overload can cause harm to your body? Are you reading one blog and then listening to one radio show advertisement or another TV advertisement only to find yourself on 19 different supplements? You don't even know which supplement is working anymore. Take better care of yourself by determining exactly what pre- and probiotics you need, what supplements you may be lacking. You have been treating your body subpar. It's time that we determine exactly what pre- and probiotics you need and what supplements, vitamins, and minerals you need for your body. Check out the Bio-Unique Boutique at harmonywithfood.com to determine exactly what foods and supplements you should or should not be consuming at harmonywithfood.com. Work with Meg, the Bio-Unique Boutique.
It's not all Stevens. Scientists and leaders worldwide moving quickly with word of the new Omicron COVID-19 variant.
Yesterday, President Biden announced travel restrictions from South Africa and 7 other neighboring countries will be similar to those imposed by the UK and more than a dozen other countries after U.S. health officials spoke to South African scientists about how fast the new variant was spreading and also whether vaccines are effective against it. The president said the decision to shut down travel from South Africa and those other countries was made out of an abundance of caution.
Fox's Jackie Heinrich with the president on Nantucket. Black Friday gunfire at a Durham, North Carolina shopping mall.
Police say 3 people were shot and wounded during a fight between 2 groups. A bystander described mass hysteria on one of the busiest shopping days of the year. Shoppers ducked into stores for cover or ran for the exits.
Fox's Tom Rigotti. At least one person is in custody. America is listening to Fox News.
Now, here's your Storm Team 10 forecast.
For the rest of the day, temperatures climb up near 40 degrees, but we have a wind chill. Winds 20 to 30 miles per hour will make it feel like the low 30s. Mainly sunny skies today turn into partly cloudy skies as we get towards Sunday, with a very isolated risk of a spotty shower or a snow flurry with highs in the low 40s. I'm Storm Team 10 meteorologist Christina Ernie on News Radio 920 and 104.7 FM.
We now return to Harmony with Food with Meg O'Rourke on News Radio 920 and 104.7 FM. Ask Meg a question at Harmony with Food on Facebook or call her now at 1-866-920-WHJJ.
Hey, welcome back to the Harmony with Food Show. My name is Meg Marie O'Rourke. I'm leading nutritionist in Rhode Island, Southeastern Mass, and I am here to change the way you think about food. We have another caller on the line. We have Yuri, also from Success Airlines. So you guys got to get on the app. If you don't have Clubhouse, let's get on the app. If you don't know how to do it, email me at meg@harmonywithfood.com. So let's go. And hi, Yuri. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for holding. Let's hear some of your magnificent statistics that I hear you telling us. Not in my wheelhouse at all, but I appreciate your knowledge and you sharing and taking time to be on the show today.
Good morning, Megan. Thank you so much for allowing me on your show, and I'm so glad to had a chance to meet with you and hear you talk on Clubhouse, and I'm so glad that you have this show and that the work you're doing as far as, you know, and including nutrition and making sure that people understand how much food has to do with our health.
Exactly.
And how much better that is for us to manage than taking chemical medicine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just wonderful. But, so, you know, I have to do a lot of statistical data just in my daily work. And so I think I'm really sensitive when I hear numbers. And what woke me up is I heard a news report. I got in on the tail end of a news report, and I heard them say something like there were 3.1 million cases of coronavirus in the world at this time, and this was months ago, quite a few months ago, maybe even 8 months or so ago. But I heard that number, and I thought, that's a big number, but at the same time, I thought, you know, is that worldwide? And if so, then this virus does not appear to be as widespread as it might be widespread, but there's not as many people catching it as it seems to meet how it's being reported. So I decided to look it up. I Googled it, and I found that what they had said on the news report, and it was a really quick clip. I'll just let you guys know, because it seems that's what happens on the news. A lot of the information that will cause us to think and do our own research is shared very quickly, so either you don't hear it at all or you just miss it,
Exactly.
so to speak. But anyway, so I went on and I said, well, let me do some statistics here. And so I did my statistics, I Googled it, and this information was on the World Health Organization database or site, as well as others. Anybody can Google it. And you can just go in and Google how many cases of coronavirus have there been worldwide. And you can get the daily data on that number of cases. And just based on doing my statistics and looking at the number of cases, they also list the number of deaths. And while 0 deaths is the best possible scenario, when you do this math and you divide basically the number of people who have have died from coronavirus by the number of people who have caught it worldwide, you will see that there's a 98% recovery rate, which is really interesting because all you hear about in the news is that this many million people have died from this virus. They don't talk about the recovery rate. They only talk about the death. And when you look at the statistics, 98% of people who have caught coronavirus survived it. They did not die. And when you look at the 2% that have passed or that are being reported, you have to keep in mind that hospitals have for a long time been allowed to report all deaths as coronavirus deaths because of funding and at one point to get PPE. So even the number of deaths is skewed. So you really don't know even if that 2% is correct. And then what really, really is mind-boggling to me, and I'll tell you, just do the math. Think about this. Is as of today, we have had 261 million cases of coronavirus. In the world, these are worldwide data, I just want to remind everybody. We have 7.9 billion people on this planet right now as of 2021. So now the next step would be to divide the number of coronavirus cases in the world by the number of citizens we have on the planet. Once you do that math, and I'm not doing it right now when I have, not with the calculator.
That's okay.
But you will find the answer to that. And that answer tells you how much of the entire world population has even been impacted or infected with coronavirus. And it's very interesting. I want to try to see if I can do the math real quick.
You're sure. Well, you're doing the math here. I'll just kind of pipe in for a second. So first of all, we know that you get a lot of false positives with the tests, and certain tests by different labels or brands are more accurate than others. In my mind, I'm thinking the hospitals are buying the brand that they're getting the false positives with. They are getting like $54,000 right away with any positive from funding from the government. And then other people could speak to this because I don't have all the numbers in front of me, but I think it's around another $16,000 after that. So all of a sudden, everybody's dying of COVID, whether you got in a motorcycle accident or you had a heart attack, okay? So these numbers are skewed. We know this. Yuri's a statistician, so she seems like she's one if she's not, and she does that in her job and her work. She's a very smart, bright lady, and she's telling us this doesn't sound right to her. This isn't making any sense. So Yuri, if you had time to calculate it out, if not, just give us a few final words and we'll let you go. And I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time today to enlighten my listeners and hopefully get more people over to Success Airlines, because everyone from Success Airlines was just listening to you, just so you know that.
Okay, well, thank you, and I hope I'm...
You're doing wonderful. You're doing amazing.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Megan. Again, thank you for having this great forum. And the work that you do is so important. But based on just me trying to do a quick calculation, that about 3.3% of the entire world population has had COVID-19 virus. So, and so my question, and something I would like people to really think about, don't just look at a number. You have to, do some calculations, use your critical thinking, and, just think about this. When you hear a large number, and it's more I don't know, I will say it draws you in more because, and it sounds so like there's 1 million people, 3 million, that's a large number. But when you look at the worldwide population or your city's population or your state population, compare the number of people in your population to the number of cases of that. And then you can be more informed or educated on your decisions about taking the shots or getting your children that shot, and try to understand, like, why would we push more for taking a shot than taking up a healthy eating or healthy living style?
Exactly.
We've been bombarded with chemicals, and we start when our children are really small. Getting chemicals.
Yeah.
And I believe in my heart that these chemicals start to alter what is perfect. We are made perfect. I believe we are biologically in line and aligned with the fruits and the vegetables and the other herbs and everything that is grown naturally here on this earth. But when we are injecting and changing our body composition with chemicals, I think it misaligns us. And I think
I agree with you. So much, Yori. Thank you so much for calling in. We have to go to a break right now, but I really appreciate you calling in. Thanks for sharing your knowledge. You guys, we will be right back.
The Association of Rhode Island Authors will host its 9th annual Authors Expo at the Crown Plaza Saturday, December 11th from 9 to 3, featuring 125 authors, raffles, a kids' craft area, and more. Big thanks to RISCA and the Heritage Harbor Foundation. Visit RIAuthorExpo.com.
You tried all the diets, intermittent fasting, low carb, Whole30, keto, but nothing seems to work. You've tried it all, except for your diet do-over. And no, your diet do-over isn't another miraculous diet promising the moon. Your diet is over with your diet do-over. I'm leading nutritionist Meg Marie O'Rourke, and I'm here to change the way you think about food. It's time to start taking care of yourself. You've been taking care of your family and your work for a long time. It's now time to take care of you. Let's get a healthy start together. Start feeling 100% and forget about GI distress like bloating, constipation, or gas. If you're uncomfortable with your body, choose your diet do-over. I am offering 80% off for all the Harmony with Food listeners. Go over to harmonywithfood.com, work with Meg, and use radio code RADIOMEG.
It's so close you can almost taste it. It's your retirement. Do you have a written recipe for your retirement? Are you missing any ingredients? Tune in Saturday mornings at 10 and Sundays at noon for Massey on Money. Join Jeff Massey of Massey & Associates, Inc. as he discusses how to find the right mix for your retirement recipe. Massey on Money with Jeff Massey, Saturday mornings at 10 and Sundays at noon. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
Are you suffering from migraines, headaches, GI distress, rheumatoid arthritis, and so much more? You can get the help you need with my Do-It-Yourself, Your Diet Do-Over course 8-week program at your own pace. Stop guessing and determine exactly what foods you should or should not be consuming. With the Your Diet Do-Over Do-It-Yourself course, you have the ability to go at your own pace. I was going to charge $997 for this course. Phew, I know that sounds like a lot, but I put a lot into it. And the course has 8 modules and is going to help you get exactly where you need to be. So head on over and use the code RADIOMEG. Harmony with Food, Work with Meg tab. Use the code RADIOMEG to get 80% off the Your Diet Do-Over program, which will make you eligible for the Harmony Within membership.
Now, back to Harmony with Food with Meg O'Rourke on News Radio 920 and 104.7 FM. Ask Meg a question at Harmony with Food on Facebook or Call her now at 1-866-920-WHJJ.
They're brainwashing us, guys. You know, we have an organization called GRASS, which is generally recognized as safe. These are all the scientists figuring out what chemicals and things in Roundup that they can put in our food. They're poisoning our kids. They're brainwashing all of us. And we need to wake up. Hey, remember when they used to tell us that smoking didn't cause cancer? These are the people that we're trusting. I'm taking the next call. We have Kevin from Florida on the line. Hey, Kevin, welcome to the Harmony with Food show. What is up?
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. Thanks for calling in, Kevin. Another miraculous person from Success Airlines. And together we have the knowledge to grow and do something. I really can feel it, and I can feel us growing. So, Kevin, tell us what you got to say, what you think of the book, and any other comments you have.
I just wanted to say thank you so much for having us on and recognizing Success Airlines as the #1 clubhouse room. You know, we talk about major things and all kinds of topics, and everybody gets a fair voice on Success Airlines. I just want to give a big shout out to you and Too Legit and Keontae and Bleed Dad and everybody else that helps, you know, run these rooms 24 hours usually a day. And I just, you know, talking about the food, you know, I've been in the water purification business for 35 years. I've had my own company for 27 years. And, you know, we work a lot out in, you know, the farms where they grow a lot of food. And, you know, the food gets, you know, harvested out in the field. Most of the time it gets put right into a baggie and then delivered right to the store. You know, some of it doesn't even go through, you know, processing. And, you know, as we all know, all of these farms use a tremendous amount of chemicals to operate those farms. All of these chemicals that are used, or most of these chemicals that are used in the farms, have all been proven to cause major diseases, cancers, all kinds of things. And I just wanted to say, you know, being in the water purification business and actually treating and taking out chemicals, you know, from the water, I would just say that, you know, when you get vegetables and fruit from the market, make sure that you wash them. You know, try to go to the local farms, you know, to buy your produce as much as you possibly can. Mm-hmm. And, you know, definitely protect and treat your water. And get water filtration and make sure that you're drinking clean water. Because, you know, we're in a big mess here with everything that's going on in the world today, you know, and them trying to, you know, put chemicals into our kids and, you know, do all of these things. And I just think we're in a very dangerous time, and I just want to give you a big shout out and thank you from the bottom of all of our hearts for bringing us this to light. And I just want to say, if you're not on Clubhouse and you're not on Success Airlines and you're wasting your time on the other social sites, this is the place where you can get things done. Exactly. Look what Too Legit got done. We got on iHeartRadio. Thank you guys so much. This is Kevin, and I'm landing my plane.
Thanks, Kevin. That was awesome, and my total pleasure. I feel like this has been a gift from God to me to get involved with Success Airlines. It just happened to join 2 weeks ago, and here we are, and we are collaborating. We are sharing audiences, and what's greater than that? So I'm going to take Tula back on, Too Legit back on, and let's hear more. Let's hear more about the book. What do you want to bring home to people today? We're going to end right before the hour. So, Tula, you ready to go? You here? You ready to speak up?
Well, I just thank you, Meg, and awesome job, Kevin, and all of our Success Airlines family still rocking with us for the show. And so, thanks again, Meg, for getting this information out there. I just wanted to highlight a couple things that are really important for your audience to reference, and that is the Doctors and Scientists Declaration.org. Some of the top doctors and scientists in the world are encouraging not to allow the children to receive this vaccine, contrary to what the FDA and everything is saying. They're also being completely muzzled and blackballed from mainstream media. And also check out the Global COVID Summit.org. You can find that declaration there, as well as videos explaining why these professional doctors do not believe that children should have this vaccine, as well as the entire global population. Additionally, I just wanted to share something that I failed to mention earlier about the book, and that was that Dr. Mercola, about a year ago, he put out a book called The Truth About COVID. This book was blocked by Senator Warren, and so in anticipation of that, which, you know, is concerning to me, that one of our government officials is blocking free speech, right, one of our constitutional rights. So in anticipation of that, the reason this book is you're not seeing interviews everywhere is because of the same blackballing and censorship on the mainstream media. So in anticipation, you know, the publisher and everyone filed an injunction so that it couldn't be released. But as we're seeing, this book was released a week and a half ago, and it's not really being publicized anywhere. So it's really important to get the word out about it, because it's just a crucial piece of information with scientific evidence of what Fauci and Gates have done in their career. And it's really actually harmful to humanity. So anyways, again, the book is still #1 on Amazon. They're trying to get it up to #1 on the New York Times. And I just wanted to put that out there, that's why people aren't really hearing about it, because it's blackballed and censored under the guise of, you know, the advice of the World Health people, which really is Fauci and Gates. So with that being said, I just feel like that was important information, as well as people to reference the doctors and scientists' declaration. If any doctors and scientists are listening, and are ethical and are concerned about what's happening, please go check it out, and you can sign the declaration only if you're a doctor or a scientist. So there's several thousand, you know, and a few weeks ago it was 14,000 views, and I'm sure it's much more than that. Word of mouth is, you know, how we're sharing this information. It's very concerning and alarming how much censorship there is for anyone that tries to share anything, even on social media, against the narrative. There's, you know, accounts are being deleted. I believe Steve Kirsch's account of 70,000 was suspended. And there's things like this happening that I think the public really needs to be aware of, and as well as people in power, specifically judges. And so I think this is really important information, because as you said, Meg, we are, you know, the public is being deceived, and I just find it to be a crime. I find it to be a crime on many. I mean, you guys, journalism is our fourth branch of government. And so let's think about that. We should be getting well-rounded information. These scientists should be able to share their theories. And then individuals should be able to make their own informed decisions. So thank you. Sorry about that. We are live from the show. Someone unmuted. But anyway, thank you, Meg. That's just what I wanted to plug in. And again, Success Airlines, and I didn't know if the captain of the plane, Cayente, wanted to share anything, if he had a little more time. But that was my plug for now.
He's welcome to. If he wants to come on, he can go for it. All right. Doesn't look like that's going to work. So we are going to just talk again about this book that's available for $2.99 on Kindle. We are, you know, when I get the book, I need to hold the book in my hand. I'm that type of person who I want to highlight it. I have the Kindle version, and then I have the audio version, but I actually need the book because I want to hold it, I want to highlight it, and I want to walk through it step by step, because it's very important information. And all of you have been following me for many years since I've been doing this radio show. You know that you can trust me. And I know that I can trust you guys to make the decision to buy this book. Whether you buy the $2.99 or you buy the hardcover, I think that's about $20.99. It's going to only be $2.99 until the 30th. So get your butts over to wherever you need to go to buy that. Do it for me. This one thing I have never asked you guys anything in all these years. I am asking you to please buy the book. We need to support Robert Kennedy Jr. and his publishing company. And you guys have been listening to the Harmony with Food Show. My name's Meg, and we'll be back next week.